Oh, what's up, guys? So this is Cheecho. Obviously it doesn't look great, but it's actually healing up and both sides are actually open, but that's because it's all the way down to the bone. So now that it's open, I think the infection will definitely come out. She is just gonna look a lot more like a turtle, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna make it. This side's even open too now, so that's good. I just cleaned it today, but like if you look closely here, you'll actually see that like this part is starting to like heal. It's getting, closer and closer instead of going farther. So I think the infection's getting stopped by the antibiotics. But if you look, that part is still, come on, focus. So like this part right in there, I think is definitely still it's still all dead, like emulsified skin. So the nose I'm not as worried about anymore as long as she keeps taking her antibiotics. Okay, so last time I went to the vet, they said that her arm was actually bigger in size. And I couldn't quite understand like why it was getting not worse, but it was like, obviously you see she's using it less. It was super sensitive, but it's actually getting a little bit better. So more soaking, the more realizing that there was like a yellow callus of like scales, skin, pus, and you could still see it. So all that white stuff is just like impacted shed. Now, so what I've been doing is dipping this. I got a brand new little brush because the toothbrush was too harsh, and a Q-tip, I was worried about the little fibers leaving in there. So I usually just take betadine and clean it like that in the morning and just brush off whatever comes off. So I then kept noticing it was getting worse, like I just said. Or for the faint of heart, you might not want to watch. So I'm like, why is it so swollen? Why is it so swollen? So I then noticed that it was the most sensitive up there. So after I did it, I looked and I was like, you know what? And look at that.
It was all pus under there. There's no way it was going to heal up.
There's no way it was going to heal up.
Drain.
So glad I started brushing it.
So guys, if you look real close, you see that line there. Basically,
glad I started brushing it like
so
that.
Deep and infected that the infection was
I knew it
going
was
through
kind of irritating
like
her, even just me brushing it.
Underneath
so
her skin and
I was being as gentle as I
it's
could
disgusting.
be.
How someone treated her, I was meaning.
But like I said, once it got like past this corner, and I brushed off all like the stuck stuff. Look at. So all that was under, and a bunch already came out. See it? Let me dry it up. I bet you that's going to be a big relief on her. So basically that's what's always been happening to her. Her shed got like burned on, or for whatever reason it was stuck on. And then new layers would grow in, but the top wasn't shedding off, so it got infected. And underneath it, let me see if I can change this view here. So guys, it's a lot less sensitive. I think I actually stopped recording when I was trying to demonstrate it before. But you see all that liquid? That's all pus. Or infection or whatever. So her arm, this had like this caked on chunk here, and it was just, it's still on there, and it was stopping new skin from growing in there. So I don't know if it's just dead skin, whatever, and that's why her arm has always been so swollen. So now a little bit of, it locked up around the edges again, so the infection had nowhere to go, new skin's got nowhere to go, and basically this chunk right here then started constricting these because it was getting more and more swollen with more and more infection and more maybe skin growing, whatever the case may be. But I kept noticing it was getting bigger, not smaller. So as I was brushing her, I noticed that it kept going more towards the middle here. Her arms were super sensitive. When I opened it up, a torrent of pus came out. So now she's actually got a spot to drain. And I've been kind of like trying to work the pus out. And it actually seems to, I know, baby. See what I mean? Oh, that's a good sign though. I think there's some type of redness or skin, but you see what I mean though? Like, so it's all locked up with this giant skin, scab, pus, probably neosporin, like all types of crap. Even though I soak her, it was so sensitive that like I can't brush it, or I really wasn't trying to. So I then, per the vet's instructions, she said in the morning that I have to clean the wound out very good, probably for stuff like this doesn't happen. So she said to make sure I use betadine. So I was using a Q-tip, but then it always left like the little fuzzies, and I got worried about them being left in there. I have a children's extra soft bristle toothbrush, but she just thinking about it, she don't like it. So I then came up with this idea. I got a set of paintbrushes at a dollar store, obviously disinfected them and everything, and then you can almost paint the betadine on. But now that this is open, I have a feeling it's gonna start healing a lot more. And that chunk, it's like hard, like a rock, that chunk that's up there. So I don't know if this is gonna, nope, just leave that. But basically, like,
It's almost hard like a callus
all
on your
this
hand or your
is-
foot, something like that.